Welcome to another edition of the DawgHouse. I am your host, the one, the only, the sad dog himself. Man, what a week last week was. My battle between the United States and Canada with Austin Stee was a dogfight of a battle. Austin, I salute you. It was a fight. You made me earn every point that I had to get. So, great battle. Don't look forward to seeing you again, that's for sure. But much like a couple other Atlanta-based teams that left Atlanta for Canada last week, you were bounced out as well. But again, I do salute you for a dogfight of a week. And also, I applaud you because I think we're at a meeting of the minds as we're both challenging the same evil Harbor family. So we'll be on the same team soon enough. By the way, grab some Canadian bacon, just send it over to A-Harb. That'll get him flipping out. And we'll go after Bedell ourselves. And D-Harb, he's still the good Harb, so that's all good. All right. Also last week, we had a bit of a, what's the word I'm looking for? Controversy, so to speak. I didn't think much of it at the time because I remember the trade as it went down. In fact, there were 3 trades that went down that day. And of course, I sensed something was going to pick up when Ahar was crying and trying to be the moral compass of our league with this trade etiquette and everything, which is a little ironic that he's being the moral compass, aka the Mike Pence of our league, which is, think about it. Think about A-Harb and then think Mike Pence. Anyway, so I remember seeing the trades that day. And I remember the last trade because it was between our resident car dealership man, Will, who is going to try to find any way to get a great player for cheap. I actually salute him for that. And then on the other side of that trade was Cody, whose mentality is on a trade is eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Okay, I'll choose that one. So it didn't really occur to me. It really didn't bother me much because, yeah, the trade sucked, but at least I know who the players were that were doing it. But evidently, I went to bed Tuesday night, put away my phone, woke up the next morning and see this giant cloud of smoke, so to speak, over my phone. And I thought that was, well, not really odd given it's from our league with smoke and everything, but still. So I opened it, so I looked at the messages and holy cow, what was going on? We had just a war happen. It was like cats and dogs living together. The March 26th bloodbath between the Avalanche and Red Wings all over again, and so forth. Trade was made. A-Harb doing his traditional, I don't like the trade, I'm going to throw the flag. And then, of course, Canada, a.k.a. Austin, Chicago, Billy, said, hey, it's a trade, get over it. Then Commissioner Bedell does his commissioner-style Bedell thing and says, okay, motion's on the floor, we will vote on it. So Bedell doing his part, A-Harb doing his part, Canada and Chicago doing their parts, and then here comes Big Ant, all angry himself. And when you get Big Ant angry, it's a war. So Big Ant and Bedell were going back at it. So that was funny. And then in comes the good Harbor, David, saying, guys, chill out, living up to his moniker of being the good Harb. So thank you. You proved your point. And then you have, of course, Rymar, Jeremy, and B Green kind of, hey, I like baseball. So everybody did their thing. Of course, I was asleep at the time, so I guess I did my part. But yeah, so that was pretty much everybody's persona in one small nutshell. And you think I'm mad about that? No, that was awesome. it was just classic. It's a microcosm, as I told Vidal the next day, of the league. And if you didn't like that on Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, then why are you in it? All right. So me personally, I didn't have a major problem with the trade, given it was Will and Cody, and we know how Will and Cody are, so we shouldn't be surprised really about it. So yeah. And for some reason, given Cody and his dumb luck dynasty, I wouldn't be surprised at all if that trade turns into his favor anyway. So that's that. And I do have a message for one Aharb. Savdog, it's 3-0. One of those wins, off you. Aharb, 1-2. One of those losses to me. Now, you can say, oh, it's a parallel universe, that Savdog's talking smack and all this other stuff. I'm not here to talk about the past. If you're talking about my prior years, I'm talking about the now. I'm ahead in my division, undefeated. You're treading water right now. And right now, I'm kind of looking at that rearview mirror, and you're starting to shrink a little bit in my rearview mirror. So, see you in week 12. Now, on to week 4. And in honor of my opponent for this coming week, B Green, the best pharmacist in the Douglasville area, I have devised a list of Savdog just for you, called the top 5 doctors ever. And I know I'm going to get some disagreements, but don't care about any of you guys and your opinions anyway. So, top five doctors around. Number 5, Dr. James Andrews. He's kind of, that good news, bad news bit. If your player goes to James Andrews, pretty much your player's season's done. Good news, he's probably going to come back the next year and just tear the doors off the league and be an MVP or, whatever, most improved player or whatever. So, James Andrews, one of the best doctors ever. Salute him. Number 4, Big Ant, you may like this one, you may not, I don't know. The Doctor of Style himself, Slick. One of the most underrated managers back in the 80s, WWF, WWE, whatever. Came down, had all these nice slick suits, hence Slick. And he just tore up on it, man. He had some of the best promos. And if you want a great promo, WrestleMania 6, Slick, Hakeem. Can't get much better. Not thrilled of all the stereotypes, but at the time, I didn't really think of it. But you know what? He was a darn good manager, darn underrated manager. And overall, I've heard a lot that he's a real good guy. So not much more to say about him. All right, number 3. You video gamers may like this one. Dr. Mario. The game itself was underrated. The soundtrack to it is classic. I can't really say much more about that. I mean, you would spend hours and hours playing that game. And I'll say this. My mother, who was trying to quit smoking at the time, would always play Dr. Mario on the Game Boy. And actually it helped her kick the habit. So Dr. Mario actually does help me out a little bit for that. So I do have to thank that. Though I'm not a big fan of him on his Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Throwing pills at people and but it may work on Aharb. I don't know. Number 2, and this is for all you league ones, Dr. Nick. Hi, everybody. Love him. One of the best characters, probably the most underutilized characters. One of my favorite episodes was when he was doing the operation and said, the knee belt's connected to that something, the something's connected to that red thing's connected to my wristwatch. All right, so I like that one. That was a good one. Great guy. I actually wish they had more of him. And the number 1 doctor around, Good old Dr. Pepper himself. Dr. Pepper, great drink. It's kind of an addiction for soft drinks, but I like it. It's a great drink. I can drink that all day. It's awesome. Makes you feel good. Which, speaking of doctors making people feel good, my opponent, B Green. I'm not mad. I'm not going to talk smack to you. In fact, I admire you. You're pushing legislation to Georgia about getting something that you can sell in your pharmacy. And, of course, the rest of the league will be buying it hook, line, and sinker for you. And I see what you're doing. You are trying to make sure that everyone comes out of the oven bloodshot. Okay? And I applaud you. So you do that, you take it, and then you try to win the league that way. I like the idea. It's an amazing idea that you're taking it to the state government to win your league. I think it's awesome. However, you forgot one little thing. Me. The only gummy bears I'm going to eat are these. Alright? Okay? I ain't going to be going for any of those other gummy bears like Chicago or Canada does. And again, that's just my personal preference. Whatever you guys do, you guys do. But for me, being clean like that, I'm cool. You guys, I love you guys. But B Green ain't going to work on me. And then you ain't going to beat me this week because of it. So, best of luck to you. If you think you're going to get me on gummy bears or any other medicines, it ain't going to work. All right? It's just not going to work. All right? You're a great guy. Best pharmacist I know. But you're going to come up a little bit short, and you're going to experience the dog days of summer in 2019 in the year of the Sab Dog. And yes, I will be 4-0 after this week. Best of luck to everyone else. Not really. Have a good one. See you next week. Sab Dog out.